Hi, Stefanos. For Sign from Quality Shot, you're talking about figuring out things yourself in those moments. So, does that mean on court as well? Maybe not leaning as much on, say, Goran in those moments and trying to figure out yourself. Have you had those discussions with Goran?
Yes. One thing that we're trying to figure out with Goran is how do I bring back my sense of self, as self-awareness of the mistakes, the patterns that work for me, and how do I apply some of my biggest strengths wisely into my game. But also, there are certain things and aspects in my game, such as maybe the return of serve, maybe like slicing a little bit could definitely improve. These are things that we're constantly trying to add few touches on to try and make those stabilize those. Doesn't mean I need to make them better, but stabilize them in order not to expose myself too much. And these things I'm aware of. These things everyone is aware of, actually, not just myself. Um, and I'm accepting that it will take time, effort, sweat to figure those little deficiencies and correct them.
Yeah, you were talking about stability. There's been a bit of instability, or not instability, but some changes with your racket setup. Is that now sorted? Are you happy with your racket setup? And what is it, if you don't mind saying?
It is sorted, yes, it is sorted. The game has become very different in the last couple of years. I genuinely believe the balls and the surface has played a critical role in how tennis has changed over the course of the last 3 to 4 years, especially after the pandemic. And this is just adding a little bit more comfort to my game without without putting too much pressure on my arm. My whole career I was playing with a very dense pattern, and I've tried opening it up a little bit.
Okay.
It's not an easy thing to do because some of the decisions and some of the steps that I've taken are quite, may I say, radical, and not many players would feel comfortable doing that. But in my sense, I don't really feel like I have a lot of time to take it step by step. I feel confident with this step. I feel like it will absolutely help my game. It will add elements to my game that perhaps weren't there as intensely or as evident before. And I always see it more of a glass full rather than a glass empty. I've gone on a more open pattern on my strings and rackets, so I am just trying to get a little bit more topspin and power out of my shot without having to, pretty much, I would say, destroy my forearm and muscle the ball as much.